right. Last week, everybody lost. Can I get a boo? No, can't get a boo. All right. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down, Nasdaq was down, and the S&P 500 were all down. S&P 500 top gainers was Jefferies Financial Group, Nordstrom's, Concho Resources, SVB Financial Group, and Diamondback Energy. Decliners was Electronic Arts, EA Sports. They were down almost 5% this week. IPG Photonics was down, as well as Rockwell Automation. For NASDAQ, top gainers was Western Digital Corporation, Alphabet Class C, which was Google, Ross Stores, and then Alphabet Class A, and also AMD. NASDAQ top decliners, EA again, Electronic Arts, and BioMarin Pharmaceuticals. The Dow Jones top gainers, Goldman Sachs, United Health Group, Nike made the list, JP Morgan Chase, and Boeing. And then the Dow Jones top losers was 3M, Merck and Company, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Intel. Now, recession watch. Let's look at what's been happening with the 10-year and the 2-year Treasury. It does not look like we are getting closer to a recession. The spreads have kind of spread a little bit more. The 10-year Treasury closed at 2.03%, and the 2-year Treasury closed at 1.86%, which is pretty good. The Dow Jones Home Construction Index closed down almost 2% this week. So that's again something that we need to keep watching of is the 10-year and the 2-year Treasury, and then look at what's happening in the home builder market. All right, sneakerheads, rejoice. Nike was up almost 1%. Adidas and Puma both ended the week down, as well as Under Armour ended the week down as well. Skechers and Foot Locker rounded the week up. Foot Locker with almost a 2% increase from last week to this week. Luxury retail. This is a new segment that we're adding. I've had some requests for, what about us? What about what we wear? Not everybody's into sneakers. Well, great. So Moet, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, they were down. They trade on the European markets. They were down almost 0.1%. Ralph Lauren was up. Tapestry and Estee Lauder companies were down, and Tiffany company also ended up. And then the Hermes International ended down as well. And in future weeks, I'm going to be breaking down because some of these luxury companies, some minorities have decided to protest, right? Because of some of the clothing that they've come up with, nooses around sweatshirts and, old looking, what do you call those, keychains with the black people with big eyes and big lips and things like that. Just a lot of derogatory stuff that kind of, takes us back to a time that we would rather forget about. And so when we're looking at boycotting a company, we need to make sure that that company isn't owned by a group, because there's many luxury items under one umbrella nowadays. So I'll be breaking that down in some future weeks, so you know exactly which companies you want to rock with and who you don't want to rock with. Oil and gas futures were finished up this week, and the precious metals all finished down. So gold finished down, silver finished down, platinum finished down, and copper also finished down. But today I want to tell you a little bit about how you can invest in oil, because people have asked me about oil. And oil is a future, so that what that means is you don't have to take possession of a barrel of oil, but you can buy a barrel of oil for about, let's say, $58. Let's call it $60 a barrel. Now, you don't have to have $60. You only have to have about $20 to buy one barrel of oil. Now, investing in futures market is very, very risky. So investors have a lot of options for getting involved with oil. The methods can come with varying degrees of risk. You can directly invest in oil, meaning you're buying a barrel as a commodity, or you can do it in a brokerage account, okay, with the help of a certified financial planner or a stockbroker. So one method of owning oil is to buy it on the futures market or future options. Now, futures are extremely volatile and involve a high degree of risk. The one thing I will tell you about investing in futures, the upside is great, the downside can crush you. So you as an investor have to make sure that you do your homework and that you you have the right amount of capital to invest in the futures markets. Now, another way, a direct way of owning oil is to buy, say, an exchange traded fund. If you don't know what that is, find a certified financial planner or stockbroker and ask them, but they can get you involved in a exchange traded fund that invests mainly in oil. You can also look at the global energy sector. There are mutual funds that you can buy into, energy sector mutual funds that do solar power, things of that nature. You can get into the whole energy sector through your 401ks, through your brokers, through your CFPs. You can figure out how to take advantage of stuff. The one thing I will tell you that you may want to take a look at is renewable energy. We know now that buying oil and using oil, gas, things of that nature is actually hurting our climate, our environment. So you may want to take a look at investing into solar, water, things of that nature. When we come back on Financial Renaissance with the M's, we're going to get into my top five news stories of the week. See you in 300 seconds.